I'm back watching some more One Piece, so Ace is now free, which is great, but again, you're not in the clear yet because you actually have to escape Marineford, which is easier said than done, but it seems like Whitebeard will stay behind. Whitebeard, again, just such a legend, but should be interesting. Anyway, let's begin. Yeah, that power is so insanely strong. He is just destroying all of Marineford. The power to destroy the world indeed. Again, Whitebeard's such a legend. Didn't they say like Shiki the Golden Lion destroyed half of it? Half of Marineford? So I guess he'll destroy the whole thing now. Yeah, I get nobody wants to leave him behind, but again, let him do this for you. Also, I have to imagine, even if Whitebeard escaped, he wouldn't live much longer. So like, if he can at least go down, giving his family like a way out of this, giving them their freedom, I'm sure this is the way he would choose to go out. I get it. None of you want to leave Whitebeard. At a certain point, you got to put your own feelings aside. Yeah. I like that though. He's holding back tears, but he's also like, we gotta listen. Okay, come on, Ace. Somebody needs to get that off of him. Like, he could at least, you know, like, guard the ships and stuff like that. That is such a great shot of Whitebeard, though. I do feel bad that they left Mr. 3. Don't overestimate me. You see, that's the thing. Like, for the most part, he is just always pessimistic, isn't he? Yeah, drop that. You see, that's the thing. Is like, that was kind of a goofy scene. We go from like these ultra serious scenes with One Piece to the goofy scenes, and sometimes you get a little whiplash. Sometimes it works. I might start pushing the agenda that Whitebeard is indeed the greatest pirate ever. I just feel like I really love Whitebeard now. Garp and Whitebeard are probably my two favorite non-Straw Hats right now. I might have to think about it a little bit more, but I know people were saying like Oda really loves to make his older characters insanely like cool and stuff like that. Because like a lot of the oldest characters are some of the coolest. Rayleigh, Garp, you know, Whitebeard obviously. It's like no more to be a slave for the Navy. Watch the transponder snail actually be grateful. Like Buggy's just trying to save himself and he's just like, I don't want it to come out. But the transponder snail is probably going to be like, you know what, I can soldier on for you. I love that these escapees are really just Buggy fanboys when you think about it. Like, I don't know if he's lucky or unlucky in this situation. The thing is about Buggy, everything seems to work out for him, so you have to assume this is lucky. Because of how inspirational you are. Even you underestimate your powers. Is it crying tears of joy or tears of gratitude? It does look pretty happy. Where are like the other admirals though? I always get a little uneasy when we haven't seen like an ultra powerful character in a while. Like where are they? Okay, you're back. They're gonna be so disappointed. Like, the Buggy stuff was interesting, but this stuff is obviously far more interesting. I mean, that power is just so insanely destructive. You gotta be careful, though, because again, he could shatter easily. That would weigh so much. I don't know how much it would weigh, but it would weigh a lot. Yeah, come on, Ace, we gotta leave. That Whitebeard coat really is phenomenal. He doesn't really need your help though. What you can do to help him is to listen to him. He would rest easy, he would die easy, okay. Knowing that his family got away safe. He's showing like ultimate gratitude to him. It like speaks volumes without even saying a single word. That is a nice shot though. Yeah, you don't need words. Tell him what? Bro. I really love Whitebeard, man. That is such a perfect last line. I want to hear that one more time. Are you happy to have me as your father? Because again, even in his last moments, like, it just shows you what he valued the most. Obviously, like, the answer is yes. Even with, like, everyone assumed in the world government that the only reason he wanted Ace on his crew is because of who his father was, and that Whitebeard wanted to make him king of the pirates, or use him as, like, some chip or something like that. And Whitebeard is just like, I just want a family. I don't really care if he becomes king of the pirates or not. Just do what makes you happy. Whitebeard is such a legend, man. Thinking back to the moment they met. Whitebeard laughing. I did come around on the Whitebeard laugh a little bit more. When I first heard it, I was like, you know, it's all right. It does suit him, at least. You see, this man is like camera shy or something like that. He's just gonna say the same thing again. The man has like lost his mind. I honestly wasn't expecting him to go like so camera shy. But hey, at the very least, they all know who Buggy is now. Or at least have a vague idea of who he is. What the flip happened to the camera? The Buggy scenes, did that person just die? I guess. The Buggy scenes mixed in with like the serious ones are kind of wild. It's true though. Like, when you really think about it, I am not letting, especially those two, leave. But even if I had to pick, I'm definitely not letting Luffy leave. Well, because even Luffy, like, if you think about it, has spat on the world government even more. Okay, Akainu, before you even say any of this. Like, Luffy had all the stuff happen at Enies Lobby. He's defeated 2 warlords. You know, to be fair, though, the world government hasn't let that information out. Then he went and made a mockery of Impel Down. Then he arrived here and has now made a mockery of Marineford. And, like, right in front of the fleet admiral himself, got his brother out, you know, like their most high priority prisoner. Like, if you see all of that and you let him go, it is a wild embarrassment. At the very least, though, they could probably claim, like, a little bit of a victory if and when they take out Whitebeard. This is, like, okay, no. That power, man. I'm actually shocked he's now running after them. Okay, yeah, listen to him. Just keep running. Just keep running. Whitebeard is just a... No. Why did you stop? I'm just like, okay, now I'm starting to get frustrated. Like, I would have thought that this was an obvious lesson Ace would have had to learn. And to be fair, if he just takes off and starts running, I'll forgive what I'm about to say. But like, you clearly gave into emotions. You were too emotional. You left after Blackbeard, even though everyone told you not to. Okay, it leads to all this. Sacrifices are made for you. Your family goes to war for you. But Luffy took like decades off of his life to come here. So like, I'm even thinking about this from like Luffy and the Whitebeard perspective. They do all this for you. And then you immediately like stop because like somebody says some words. Ignore it, okay? Like, this should have been an obvious lesson. I would have thought that you would have learned and been like, okay, like, let's keep moving. It's just a freaking admiral. Like, why is everyone listening into Akainu? Look, he's just so smug. I looked like he even was shocked, though, because he even didn't think that he would stop. Like, he had that look like, what the flip? Like, I didn't expect him to actually stop. Just like keep moving. Why do people keep listening to Akainu? Everyone makes all these sacrifices for you, and then you immediately are like, I'm not just gonna listen and keep running. Why is everyone listening in? Ace, just like keep going. Okay. Like I get it. But like these are just words at the end of the day. They're false, obviously. Whitebeard didn't care about becoming king and stuff like that, obviously. I know, because I was slandering him. I guess I'm just like a little frustrated because I would have thought that this was a lesson he would have just learned. Like, hey, don't always give in to your emotions. Sometimes you got to think of other people. Like, why do you care what he has to say? None of this matters though, because none of that mattered to Whitebeard. So like, why should you care what he has to say? I'm just kind of frustrated. There's no way Ace is going to beat him. Like, I was kind of shocked when Ace even stalemated one of Aokiji's attacks. I kind of wrote that off as like, well, it's Aokiji. He's kind of lazy. He's not even really trying that hard. Ace had the natural advantage with like the element, fire versus ice. He has no natural advantage here. This is just magma. This is not going to go the way you think it is, and then everyone else is going to have to resume fighting. Because look how much time he has just stalled for like the marine. He's so smug. Look at this smug guy's face. I don't even like really hate Akainu though, because he serves his purpose well. So he's like an enjoyable character because he's like, he makes stuff happen. It's a little too brutal. Don't deserve. He's really going in at like what Ace is like his insecurities. He really knows people's insecurities at the very least. I can give him credit for that. He knows their insecurities and he's very good at targeting them. This is not, anyway. This is not going to go the way you think it is. If it does, I'm going to call BS because there's no way you should be able to compete against this guy. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. Okay, now somebody has to save him. You see, and now we got to resume the fight because you couldn't just like keep running. Anyway, I'm like, this is actually like genuinely pissing me off because like everyone sacrificed so much to get here. Luffy, obviously, like I saw what Luffy had to go through just to get here. Then he had to go through so much. He put his body through like stuff that will probably end his life 20 to 30 years early. He probably like now has or will get whatever sickness Roger also had. Whitebeard like sacrificed so much as well. Whitebeard is like, I will stay and you know like let me do this for you. And yet you just like spit in the face of everything because like you can't learn such an obvious lesson. It's actually like a little frustrating to me. I know I'm pausing it a lot. He's got freaking magma. And he's an abnormal. There's no frickin' way. Leave the... What the flip just happened? There's... You see, now... You see... Okay, well, it didn't burn up entirely. What the flip? I don't know if Ace is dead, simply because it's One Piece, and like I've seen people survive crazy stuff. But he does have a frickin' guy's arm through his chest right now. I almost kind of want to go off right now on Ace. Like, yeah, I get it. He jumped in front of, you know, he stopped Akainu's attack from killing Luffy. I get that. But like, Luffy was only in that position because Ace was like too selfish to realize like, okay, some things I just need to let go. And I'm just mostly frustrated because everything was like leading up as good as it could go. Like sure, Whitebeard was staying behind, but everything was going so well, all things considered, and you just had to keep running. You just had to keep moving. I just would have thought it was the one lesson he would have learned, which is like, hey, sometimes I got to stop being so hot-headed because other people's lives will also be affected. And it's like he never learned that lesson. Even after all of this, I would have thought like that would have been the most obvious lesson he would have learned, and he didn't. I basically should just move on to the next episode because I'm not even sure if he's like gonna die if he's dying. One thing that makes me a little worried, which like you would think like, okay, the guy's got a hole in his freaking chest, he's gonna die, but like it's One Piece, so like, I don't know. Like I always say, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel in a situation like this, or like what is the common response to this. But like right now, I'm just kind of pissed because like everything led up to this moment, and you would have just like. It was so easy, just keep running. Like, it would have been one thing if Akainu just, like, immediately caught up to them. But he didn't even catch up to them. He didn't even, like, take off and start running. He just started taunting them. He, like, threw out some bait as, like, a Hail Mary, and they caught it. Even he seemed kind of shocked that Ace stopped and turned around. Like, I don't even think he was fully expecting that. Maybe I'll feel bad, though, because I swear... Like, part of me thinks, like, especially because people have been hinting at, like, there is a major character death that happens at some point in the series. Like, I know, like, those comments. I just thought that would have been Whitebeard. They sacrificed so much, and then he just, like, spat in their faces. I don't know, maybe I'm being a little harsh, but right now, he kind of pissed me off. Because you could have just kept running. I need to figure out what happens. On to the next. I don't even know what to say, man. He wasn't even going for Ace. He was just going for Luffy. Is it possible? Even the admirals are shocked. Garp especially. Whitebeard hadn't even seen. No! No, leave him be! Can nobody get that off? Is it Mr. 3 who's gotta help them again? Like, I know I'm probably sounding stupid, but is he actually even dead? Is Ace gonna die? I know that sounds stupid because he got a freaking hole in his, like a massive hole in his chest. I don't know, I've seen people survive crazy stuff in One Piece. I saw a guy survive a bomb. Anyway. They saw all this too. All of this. That did not hurt him. Like, why are we playing? It's a freaking Logia. I mean, the music is pretty cool. It does suit him. I mean, it is a little funny how, like, when he regrows, his clothes will as well, but I get why you have to do that. It's just funny. But I felt, like, so bad for Whitebeard, because he turned around, and he didn't know what happened. He just saw his Ace. Anyway, that is a crazy shot. Well, obviously, I know, like, Luffy's gonna be fine, but then again, I thought Ace was gonna be fine. Shut the flip up. So, like, there's still hope. I've seen people, like, or survived. I didn't realize Whitebeard was that. It's fucking admirals, man. You take your eyes off of one for a second. Jinbei, okay, yes. He won't be able to hold him long. That's gotta hurt like hell. Somebody get Marco out. Okay, yes, finally. Is that Mr. 3? Because Marco can at least, like, somewhat deal with the Kainu. Like, you got nobody on the Whitebeard side that can really deal with an admiral except Whitebeard. Because Jozu and Marco are kind of out of occupation. What the flip is Garp gonna do? I was gonna say, I wasn't expecting to see Garp fight. I actually believe him. Either way though, like, the damage is already done. The worst thing that would happen is then if Garp also lost his entire reputation and then became a criminal. Yes, finally. I assume they used hockey with that. Like, that was blood, right? No, was it not? Seriously? But then again, I know people were saying that, like, if you know an attack is coming, you can, like, pre-break. Here's the thing, like, I'm just, like, realizing all the comments, like, just that I've seen basically from the start of my journey. with One Piece. And like there was a lot that basically hinted at like, okay, eventually there will be like a major character death. So that's why I think like it's probably Ace here. I also feel kind of stupid because I'm like, I don't like with One Piece, I never assume any character can't survive something because I've seen like the amount of stuff characters have survived. I don't know. I don't even like really know how I feel right now because like I feel like aggravated, but I also like I don't really want to say something I probably will regret. You see, this makes me think he's actually like gonna die. He is really gonna die, isn't he? After all the stuff characters have survived. Like, I get it. It feels stupid that I was like still holding out hope because I'm like, I know he's got a hole through his chest. So like, you know, it feels stupid even saying like there was a chance he survived, especially because you saw like the Viver card wasn't entirely burnt up. Like it is setting in like, okay, he's dying. I do feel still a little frustrated with Ace. Like I don't want to like feel that like upset with him because I understand like, you know, he made a mistake and then he sacrificed himself for his brother. I can't help but feel frustrated because I'm like, what the flip? And obviously like even with Luffy and Whitebeard, and like everyone who sacrificed so much, I feel so bad. I genuinely thought they were going to get him. I thought if somebody died, it was Whitebeard. Yeah, he's done. Yeah, I definitely feel the worst for Luffy. He gave up all that, sacrificed so much, and like they had him. Like it was just so easy. Like keep running. Hold on. Who the flip is that? Guess we'll see. This is his brother. See him fulfill his dream. Yeah, we all want to see that. I just wish he wouldn't have been so hot-headed and he would have kept running. Was not fame. Is he gonna say a family? That I deserve to be born? Okay, he wanted that question answered. Yeah, kind of like with Robin. Robin always wondered if she deserved to live, and then she was like, I want to live. And he got that answer. He got that answer before he died. Because he saw all these people, his family come for him. Yeah, I'm just feeling like so many different things. You should have just kept running, Ace, though. I feel really bad for Whitebeard, too. Well, it looked like it went silent. Well, he did say to live with no regrets, and he said he died with no regrets either. Except, you know, not getting to see Luffy become king. He died with a smile. It just feels like all this, like, it was a beautiful moment, but like, he should have just kept running. I just, like, what? Even after all Luffy went through, no, he has to go through this as well. I get it. Like, obviously, there's a reason, like, character-wise. I was definitely a little frustrated with Ace. I'm not even gonna like lie or deny that. I was like, the way that the previous episode ended, I was kind of pissed with Ace. Because it felt like he kind of like threw away the sacrifices of everyone up to that point. But like, this was also a nice send-off for him. The stars that shine the brightest also burn up the fastest. It's just kind of how it works. Even with Luffy, though, to be honest, I don't think he's like going to live to be very old or anything like that. But hey, like you said, live with no regrets. I do think there is something kind of beautiful, though, about the fact that he got his answer that he was looking for. Like, did he deserve to live? I kind of wish I would have almost been a little bit more connected with Ace before this episode. But like, especially like this episode really connected me with him. It's just a shame that it happened while he was dying. Like, it was a very nice moment. I almost kind of wish I would have gotten to see more of that beforehand. Like, obviously there was a lot of that which was hinted at, and points where he was like crying, like tears of joy, because when he was up on the platform, he said like, I actually like really want to live. Like, he finally got the answer up on that platform. I just kind of wish that like he would have learned to not always be so hot-headed, and sometimes you just got to keep moving. In the end, I guess it was kind of a character flaw of his. In the end, cost him his life. And the thing is, it's not even over, though, because Luffy hasn't even gone through like the grief period yet. He's kind of like going through like the initial aftermath. Man, this man, I just saw like he went through hell. It just recontextualizes everything. I'm like very jokative when I talk about One Piece because I have a lot of fun with it. But like, this recontextualizes the last couple of arcs. Really, like this whole adventure, everything. Luffy was just going nonstop, and he finally got his brother. He got him out. It was like they accomplished it, but it was a beautiful moment. I don't know. Like, let me know though. Do you think I was being too harsh with Ace? I just know the way I felt. It was a beautiful send off for him. It's just a shame that he couldn't have just kept running. I feel like I'm going to go back to that just day in and day out. There was not a doubt in my mind he was going to survive. Like, maybe like the tiniest doubt, which goes to like, oh, well, they revealed he's like the son of the king of the pirates. That was like the tiniest morsel of doubt, because I'm like, well, people will always be pushing for him to be king of the pirates simply because of who his father was. So he becomes like a major adversary to Luffy. Like, even if he doesn't want to be, simply by who his father was, there will be swarms of pirates that are always like, yes, let's make him king. I guess narratively, there is something where like it does kind of make a little bit of sense that he would die. Especially because, again, this feels like the kind of thing where Luffy was just helpless. And I really hate the fact, it's true, but I hate the fact that Luffy is going to feel somewhat responsible. He's going to feel like it's the fact that he was weak, basically at the mercy of Akainu. Because Akainu wasn't even trying to kill Ace. He was trying to kill Luffy. And I know Luffy is going to internalize that. And maybe he needs to, because he's going to be like, my brother died because I was too weak. I really hate the fact that Luffy's going to blame himself, because it's not Luffy's fault. Just when you see what Luffy had to go through, you're like, okay, well, he better at least pay it off with actually rescuing his brother. And the worst part is they're not even out of the blue yet. They're not even away from Marineford. Now, like, if there's a character I know isn't going to die, at least not yet, it's Luffy. Then again, I thought Ace wasn't going to die either. Granted, I thought Ace would have had a much higher chance of dying than Luffy because he's not the main character. I don't know. I also feel kind of stupid for the fact that, like, immediately I didn't, like, when he got, like, a hole through his chest, I wasn't immediately like, he's dead. Did you immediately know, like, okay, he's dead when you saw, like, a massive hole in his chest? Because I don't know if it was cope or something like that, or just all the times I've been burnt by One Piece with the fake out deaths, I was like, unless he's dead for sure, like I will always believe a character can pull through. But then even Whitebeard has to go down. So what, they're going to lose Ace and then they're probably going to lose Whitebeard as well? Not to mention some other pirates. Like hopefully nobody else on their side dies. Then even like what happens to the pirates after the Whitebeard pirates? Is like Marco take over? It was a beautiful send off though. I'll give them that. Part of me will always be frustrated with Ace for just like, you got to keep running. You got to understand like people sacrifice a lot for you. To be fair, he's a pirate. He was always going to live how he wanted to. I guess I'll probably have to like justify it as always saying like, if it wasn't this, it was going to be something else with him simply because of how reckless he is. You know, he was probably going to run into some ultra dangerous person that he shouldn't pick a fight with. And it was probably going to cost him his life because that seems to be the history. And hey, like I was definitely hoping he would learn. I feel like I'm rambling now, but I was definitely hoping he would learn from his mistakes. That's not necessarily a poorly written character because that is the case oftentimes with life. People don't learn from their mistakes. A lot of people don't. If you want to see more, remember to like and thank you for watching.